Okay, so for Friday's workout, we're going to start with our first exercise of bodyweight squats. So for a bodyweight squat, you just want to have your feet shoulder width apart, turned out, keeping them parallel, however suits you and your stance. And then from there, chest up, shoulders back, and then dropping, bending at the knees until your hips are down at knee level. So your thigh should essentially be parallel to the ground. Variation 2 is a jump squat. So by doing this, coming down to your thighs parallel and then letting those arms come back to help with the momentum in the jump. Third variation for squat is a tuck jump. So here we're concentrating on going down into our squat and then bring those knees up as high as possible in the jump and landing safely with both feet. Second exercise that we're doing is a push-up. First variation is a kneeling push-up. With this, you want to make sure that your knees are bent. This allows the kneecap to be out of the road and your weight isn't resting on that. Alternatively, you can put a towel rolled up underneath your knees to take the pressure off. Here in our push-up, we're making sure our hips are in line with our shoulders and our knees and coming down so our chest is at the ground. Elbows nice and tucked by the sides, by the ribs. The second variation for the push-up is just a standard push-up on the toes. Again, hips in line with shoulders and ankles, and then coming all the way down until chest is just off the ground and pushing up again. Again, remembering those elbows are tucked by your sides and your feet are either together or spread them out for more stability. Third variation for our push-up is a diamond push-up. To do this, you can either place your hands close together or have your thumb and index finger touching in a diamond formation, and then coming down, hips in line, all the way down to your chest is close to the ground and pushing up. Also remember those elbows are tucked, as this is very important because it's a more tricep dominant movement. Third exercise we're doing is a lunge. The first variation is just a standard inline lunge. Now you can be going and alternating your feet each step, or you can be stepping out with the same foot each time if you're finding balance an issue. Again, remembering that you want to keep your back straight, hips, ankle and, hips, knee and shoulder in line throughout the entire movement. Second variation for lunges is the pulsing lunge. Here we want to stay at a bent formation, just going up and down slightly, keeping tension on the muscle. Do all reps on one leg before swapping over. The third variation for lunges is the jumping lunge. Here you want to come all the way down and explode back up, swapping legs in the air and landing stably. If balance is an issue, please don't go into this variation, as we want to keep you as safe as possible. The fourth exercise we're doing is the TYW raise. For the first variation, it's just lying on the ground, arms spread out in your T formation, and then all we're going to do for each of these is 3 consecutive movements. The first one being up, bringing our hands back down and sliding out to a 45-degree angle, again raising the hands, coming down and then tucking our elbows by our side to then raise again, forming the W. So we show that motion of T coming up, throughout then to the Y formation, and then the W formation. Completing all 3 in line is 1 rep. Our second variation is just in a bent over position, making sure we have a nice straight spine when doing this, and then from a dead hang, straight arms, coming out in that T, and then repeating the Y formation, and then moving again into the W formation. At each time we want to bring our hands down and centered and focus on a nice, slow, controlled movement, as this is great for posture and shoulder health. The third variation for the TYW raise is just adding weight. Again, you can do this with milk bottles, oil bottles, anything you have to hand really, water bottles, or if you want to go crazy and have a bag in each hand. But we are only going through each motion exactly the same and nice and controlled throughout. Again, remembering that shoulder health. Be mindful they are small muscles, so using small weights is recommended. The fifth exercise we're doing is a plank for our core. And here you want to make sure that you have your hips in line with your shoulders and your ankles again forming one straight line. Hands directly under the shoulders to support your upper body weight. And from here it's just holding for 30 seconds the first variation, 60 seconds for the second variation, and 90 seconds for the third. Again, you can also create added difficulty with this by lowering your body to your elbows and holding a plank there.